Okay. Hi guys. I will be reviewing over my life. And there's certain things I don't really talk about, I guess. But I guess it's also important moving forward. Because if I do want to help people, I can't be embarrassed for my past. I can't be embarrassed of the things that I've experienced. Through the experiences I have learned, and I know it's important now. I know that it's what has made me a strong person, a strong human. I have lived in a mental and a physical abusive relationship for 5 years. Okay. With that being said, I want to shed some light on it. I also want to help those that are in it, got out of it, that are needing help rebuilding their self-image, that are just needing that guidance. Number one, I didn't even know that there were signs to look for. I was not aware. Okay. My self-image was already low, and I attracted exactly what I was looking for. It was unintentional, but it happened. Some things that had gone on was a lot of mental, psychological abuse that it ended up turning into physical abuse. Now, within the mental abuse, this is where that self-image comes in and why it's so important to be aware of it. Because how you feel and what you think of yourself is what you will continue to attract and what you will continue to go back to. Okay? When your self-image is very low and the individual's breaking you down bit by bit, tearing you down, who you are as an individual, everything you do is wrong, you start to believe it. You start to believe it. It's like they're reprogramming you. They're rewiring your brain to believe what they want you to believe about yourself. And the psychological damage that it does is extreme. Doesn't mean that it can't be rebuilt. It does take a lot of effort to rebuild your self-image. It also takes your time and your willingness and ability to do so. Okay? It's not easy, but it can be easy if you start doing the work. And this goes with whatever an individual goes through. If you do the work, you can get there. I'm that. It had taken me a couple of years within the relationship of me rebuilding myself to actually finally leave, to grow the courage to leave. It is also taking me still today to rebuild my self-image. But I'm doing it. I'm working on it. And I'm getting better and better every single day. Is it an easy road? No. It was psychology. It's psychological. Okay? What you go through does not have to be who you are tomorrow. It's an event. We go through events through our lives throughout our whole life. What we choose to become, we will become. I am no survivor, and I am no victim. I am someone that has gone through it and giving a handout to those that are seeking the help. It's possible to rebuild who you are. And it starts by making a decision. deciding that, okay, I'm going to do those things that are hard. If you have anxiety, putting yourself in the most uncomfortable positions to break out of that anxiety. Go out in public more. Maybe it's that depression. Start rewiring what you're telling yourself. Stop telling yourself the old story. Stop listening to unhealthy music. Start going to church. Church was a big one for me. It was a big one for me. It's what changed my whole life entirely. I started surrounding myself with people that were healthy, that were going to hold me accountable, and that were going to see me for who I am. Be understanding and be patient. Then I also started changing how I dressed, because how I dressed was according to what he wanted me to dress. I couldn't be too flashy. I had to be invisible. I had to be invisible. So, what did I do? I changed my whole wardrobe. I started believing in myself. I started wearing and feeling beautiful. I wanted to feel beautiful. So I started dressing that way. And I started becoming it. I wanted to be a better person. So I started to change my actions. I started to change my characteristics. So I became it. I wanted to be more driven, more disciplined. So I started challenging myself. You see, it doesn't just happen because you want it to happen. You take the actions to become it. You start actually feeling it. And that's where the change happens. But it starts with you. And this isn't just in one dynamic, it's in all dynamics. Whoever you're wanting to become, when you start putting yourself and taking the actions to become that person, you start changing into that person. And that's how I changed. I stopped accepting the bare minimum from myself. I stopped telling myself those negative things. I stopped claiming what other people were telling me. Because that was not me. That was who you wanted me to be. But that's not me. You can't break me unless I allow you to break me. You can't distort my self-image unless I allow you to distort it. No one can hurt you unless you allow it. That's where the change happened. That's where the growth happened. Who I was in that time was someone very low. I felt very low within myself. I couldn't even look myself in the mirror and see all the bruises. There's a point in my life where I wanted to die. There are all these phases in my life. And all those experiences is what has built me to become the person I am today. This strong person you see now, this driven person you see now, didn't just happen just to happen. It's because I did the work. because I fought for myself. I fought for my own life. I wanted to live. I wanted to live a better life for myself. And then to show my siblings that it's possible to go through whatever you go through and still come up fighting. So I give you this part, and I know I didn't go deep into it, but I hope in some form, I'm able to aid someone else, be a light for someone else, show that things are possible, because I know that I needed that. I needed a light. So I become a light for you. I become a light for you. I hope you take something away from this video. I hope it touches you and you do some change. It doesn't have to be in a certain area, but I hope you can apply something to somewhere. Okay? I want everyone to come back to the next video and we will talk more on a new topic, something that's important, of course. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Okay? We'll talk soon. Everyone have a great day. Bye.